everyone. Welcome to Abundantly Purposeful. My name is Kristyn Cozad of Illuminating Purpose. I'm a purpose coach, and I'm here with my partner, Shelly Schell.
Hi, everybody. I'm Shelly Schell. I'm a financial advisor, and I am excited to be here today, as I am every time Chris and I get together, because we get to have conversations that not only we get to share with you all and the universe out there, but we get to learn and really grow. Myself, I'm speaking for myself, I really grow from my conversations with Kristyn because she is so great at helping people, live their full purpose, right? And the conversations we have, we talk about so many different things, right? And we try to cram them into 10 minutes. But I have to say, when you really spend the time to think about purpose in life and then pull it down to different categories within that, it makes change and adapting and creating life in a more fulfilling manner really simpler, much simpler. So thank you, Kristyn. Happy to be here today.
Hey, Shelly. I feel the same way. I'm so honored to be here. And today, folks, we're talking about community. And this is a topic that comes up probably in every video that we've done. The importance of community is something that we need to be really, really mindful of. That, this year has been much more quiet socially for you. To really be intentional in creating community and sharing what's going on in our lives really helps us to be seen, to be known, and to really want to grow in new ways based on who our community is. So we had mentioned in our last video on habits that really we are a reflection of the people that we spend the most time with. And so we really wanted to dig a little bit deeper in this video to kind of talk about that. And to talk about, is this community, are they really raising me up? Do they really, really have my best and highest good in mind? Do they love to see me thrive? Do they love to see me firing on all cylinders and living out my purpose and being joyful and being happy? I was telling Shelly, there's a story that I heard recently about the pail of crabs. We have little stories like this. I probably get 50% of it. But what it is a pail of crabs. If one of the crabs starts to get out of that, the other crabs will be pulling that crab down, pulling them down to their level to where they are. And so one thing that we really want to bring and shine light on for you is, are your crabs pulling you down? Are the people around you, if you're leveling up, if you're going towards a new goal that maybe is unfamiliar to them, are they trying to keep you where they are because that feels safe and good to them? Or are they boosting you up? You remember when you were children and you need a boost and you would hold your hands like this and the person would put their feet in your hand and jump over the wall? That's the community that we want to have. So those are the two polar opposites that we're looking at. And if we are surrounding ourselves with people who want to boost us, that takes us so much further in building up the foundation for a really fulfilling life.
If anybody watched The Habits, I had never heard of the 5 people before. And so what that means to me, and I was sharing with Kristyn, is my family in my own life are those people that I spend the most time with. And I'm laughing because I'm like, okay, I have young kids and I'm married, I have a husband. Well, we don't have the same health habits as far as what it means to us in our lives, right? And I'm just putting on one aspect here. But when I look at my role as a parent, as a friend, as one of those 5 people in different lives, like different aspects of my lives, not just with my kids, I want to be crab on the outside helping my friends out, right? I want to help them out. And that's what Kristyn and I are doing here. And what I feel we do together is Kristyn is the crab on the outside pulling me out, right? She's helping me learn these things, which I love. And the visual for me is just so vibrant because as we reach out, once we identify those habits, for example, that we want to adjust, shift, any kind of change, and then we look for a community to support us in that, right? It's a great step to get out from those bucket of crabs that are holding us back, because those crabs may still be good friends. They just don't know how to support us in some of those places that we need to be, right? At least that's what I get out of that analogy. And I absolutely love it. So thank you for sharing that with me and everybody, because I'd never heard that before. And I just have such a great visual of that. And I'm going to carry that forward with me. Like, I'm going to be thinking of those little crabs, when I'm trying to make shifts in my life and make new connections with community. And I have some personally that are really fantastic in my career, for example, some really great community mastermind groups for business, but I don't have those for my personal health goals. Like, I don't have that. So that's an area that, for any of you out there, when you're identifying different areas, for me specifically, I have areas where I need different and more robust communities to support me. And that's a great way to start. Really great way.
Yeah. And I think that, we might have support in business and not in our personal life, or vice versa. And I remember Shelly brought up this mastermind group. And so we actually met in this group at a conference. And I remember being in the room for this conference. And at the time, I was really kind of doing my business as word of mouth. There wasn't a whole lot of movement. It was kind of my best kept secret. So it was one of those things where I went to this conference and I was surrounded by magic. I was surrounded by women who were the women boosting other women up, who were empowering women, who were sharing ideas, who were dynamic. And I just remember I had just moved like the day before. And so I had all these boxes at home. And I just remember thinking, I should be home unpacking. I don't really know what I'm doing in this room with these women. And I can't tell you the impact that just staying in that room had on me. At first, it was really uncomfortable. I didn't feel like I was worthy to be there because I thought, oh, these women are 10 steps ahead of me. Lesson learned. That's who you want to be with someone who is 10 steps ahead of you. And it really reframed everything. I mean, personally for me, professionally, the way I share my business, the way I talk about my business, but really it is by surrounding ourselves. And Shelly, I'll be your crab. You're definitely one for me. And I'm so grateful, but it really is, who are those people that inspire you? And who are those people that are maybe doing something in a way that, oh my gosh, I would love to do it in that way. Because that's where we really learn and grow in community. And, it doesn't mean 86ing the rest of your friends and family, but at the same time, being really mindful of the people who help you to grow. I think that is so deeply important, Shelly.
I'll tell you one way that I look for community myself is through, social media and people that I may know, and then knowing something about them. Like if there's like I was connected to that group through a friend of mine, and she was like, "Oh, you should check this out." So being open to something new and different, but also searching it out through social media and friends, and just saying, gosh, what area of my life am I seeking a little deeper community to help me, or that I can share my gifts, right? Like it's also about sharing what we know, right? And how we inspire others. So it's not just one-sided. We get to reach out to those that we think may need our help also. That's a great thing to do. And so we have social media platforms are out there for us to utilize to do this. So I encourage you, as a takeaway from this today, is get out there on social media, identify one area that you would like to branch out or deepen connection in community in some aspect of your life. And of course, I always kind of talk about money. In this area, maybe it's somebody that you really want to learn from in business, that you are inspired by, that way they run their business, or the way that they maybe manage their financial situation. Maybe a friend that you know about you're inspired by. Reach out to that person and just try to build a community, because in this day and age that we live in, that is truly easy to do, and it is at our disposal so easily.
Mm-hmm. Shelly, and I really love that you said, basically, don't short sell the gift that you have for other people. because maybe you're coming into a business group, but you've done a lot of other things or have had all these different experiences. Really being mindful of the thing that you contribute. I love that. I think that's so important because everyone has something to contribute as we're learning and growing with our communities. So, well, folks, we really have enjoyed this conversation. I think we could probably go on this one for, I don't know, at least a couple hours.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you so much, folks, for joining us. And we hope that you can subscribe to our channel, Abundantly Purposeful, share our videos, join us every Monday, and any ideas that you have for topics or anything that we might have missed in speaking about community that would be life-giving to people who read the comments, please feel free to comment. We'd love the engagement there. So again, my name is Kristyn Cozad. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys, everybody. This is Shelly Schell, and we look forward to seeing you out there in the community. So find us on social networks because we want to be a part of everybody's community when it's relevant, and we want to be a part of yours. So we look forward to seeing you out there too. Take care. Bye.